Okay, y'all. So this is part two with the best friends or whatever going to go to see the psycho lady. So they go for a second reading because at this point, everything that the lady told them was supposed to happen never fucking happened. So y'all, the best friend that was like she wanted to hear the good and the bad or whatever, she basically was telling her friend that said she only wanted to hear the good. She was just basically telling her like, girl, I don't think we should go back. Like that lady, she said what she said. She said something was gonna happen to us. Nothing fucking happened. Like the lady obviously don't know what the fuck she talking about. But the other best friend, she is pushing and she like, girl, it's gotta be true. Like it just probably ain't happened yet because I done heard so many people say, you know what I'm saying, this lady, what she speak on is real. Like, it's gonna actually happen. So this girl is invested in knowing what the fuck is gonna happen and why it didn't happen yet. So her best friend end up agreeing. She like, okay, we're gonna go, but I only want to hear the good this time. Like, only want to hear the good. But see, the psychic lady had a way of like telling them little snips of pieces of what's gonna happen, and it be good shit. You know what I'm saying? If you only want to hear the good shit, she gonna tell you only the good shit. But it's like the way she sound, you know what I'm saying, or the way she would pause when she telling you some good shit, like as if some bad shit is gonna follow. But at the same time, you can't. She don't want to speak on it because you did say you didn't want to hear nothing bad. You only want to hear the good stuff. So that's how she would get people every single time. Mind y'all, the session is only 5 minutes. So every time that you go to this lady, you have to keep on paying, keep on paying, keep paying. You get a 5 minute session. Sorry, my phone about to go dead. But anyways, you get a 5 minute session that day or whatever. You can pay for another session the same day. She only do 2 sessions in one day because she has other people that comes to see her. So they decide to go to the psychic lady, whatever. They make their appointment. They go see the psychic lady. Here it is, the day of for them to go see the psychic lady. So they go to the psychic lady or whatever. The psychic lady, she like, hey, how y'all been doing? You know, everything been good or whatever. She's seeming like, you know what I'm saying, like as if, bitch, they looking at her like, bitch, you lied about what the fuck you said. Ain't none of that shit happen. Ain't none of it. Ain't been my prince. Bitch, my mama, she's still alive. She still get on my fucking nerves. Like, ain't none of that shit happened that you said was gonna happen. Like, I ain't find no good job. I ain't have no one night stand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they just like, damn, is you really telling us some real shit or is you just bullshitting us taking our money? So the psychic lady, she laughed or whatever. She's like, y'all, she's like, y'all gotta come down. She was like, first of all, it's not gonna happen when you expect it to happen. It's gonna happen when you least expect it. It may happen tomorrow. It may happen a couple months from now. It may happen a couple years from now. I don't know exactly when it's gonna happen, but I know in your future that it's gonna happen. So they're like, okay, or whatever. So at this point, they're like, okay, well, I want to know more about what's going to happen. Like, I want to go into detail. Now, the friend that was saying at first that she didn't want to hear nothing but the good, now she want to hear the bad. Mind y'all, even though they already agreed that they was going to go in there and they was going to hear just the good, they got in there and changed their mind or whatever. So now they want to hear the good and the bad with their situations. So the psychic lady started with the friend that she started with the last time, the friend that only want to hear the good, but this time y'all they want to hear the good and the bad. So she was telling the lady or whatever, the girl, she was telling the best friend, one of the best friends, she was telling her like, okay, you know, I told you was gonna meet this guy from Haiti or whatever. He's gonna be a type of guy that do like spiritual, you know, stuff like that, voodoo, rituals, love spells, all this type of shit. In the beginning of your relationship or whatever, everything's gonna be cool. Y'all gonna get along. He's gonna love you unconditionally. You're gonna love him unconditionally. But at the same time, he's gonna be a little controlling. He's gonna be manipulative. And at some point, he's gonna get to the point where he's like, okay, well, I'm not feeling this girl. But at the same time, instead of him getting rid of you, instead of him moving on with his life, saying, okay, you know, coming to you, having a mutual conversation, and just be like, okay, I don't want the relationship, he decides to play these games, you know what I'm saying, to get you out your elements. So the girl, she like curious. She like, okay, what type of games is he gonna play? Like, what is he gonna do for him to be playing these games? Like, what is going on? So she basically, the psychic lady basically telling the best friend, like, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna do this love spell that's gonna have you going crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying, checking his people, his co-workers, his parents. You know what I'm saying, you're gonna be falling out with your parents. Like, it's gonna be a bad situation. So at this point, the girl like, okay, is there anything that, you know what I'm saying, I can do to prevent it? She was like, it's really nothing you can do to prevent it because you won't know. You know what I'm saying? This reading, you won't even look back at this reading. I mean, you won't even remember me giving you this reading. Like, it literally could be like 15 years from now. So at this point, she feeling like she got to be cautious with every guy that she run into, especially a guy from Haiti. So her 5 minutes is up or whatever. It's her best friend time. So now the psychic lady tell the best friend straight up. She apologized to the best friend like, I'm sorry, but around next year, February, you're going to lose your mom. So the best friend or whatever, one of the best friends or whatever, she like, why would you say that? You know what I'm saying? How do you even know this shit? Like, who's to say this shit is really going to happen? So the psychic lady was just basically apologizing and telling her like, baby, only thing I can do for you is pray for you. But your mom has cancer. She was like, if I was you, I would go and talk to your mom and tell your mom to go to a doctor, get a checkup or whatever, and see what's really going on with her. Because at this point, your mom, she doesn't know why she's sleeping the way she's sleeping, why she's losing weight, why her hair is falling out. And that could be the reason why. Now, that's when it hit the best friend, one of the best friends, because she like, how the fuck this bitch know that my mama is sleeping a lot? How does she know my mama hair falling out? How does she know my mama was losing weight? So at this point, it kind of dawned on her like, okay, this bitch gotta know what the fuck she's talking about. Oh my God, y'all, just telling this type of shit just give me fucking chill. So the best friend or whatever, she looks at her best friend, you know what I'm saying? She already knowing her mom's situation. So she knowing like, you know what I'm saying? This lady gotta be the real deal. She gotta know what the fuck she's talking about, because how would she know about her mom being sick? And how would she know this? And how would she know that? So at this point, they both questioning in the back of their mind, like, how could we prevent this? How could we stop this? Anyways, y'all like for part 3.